All right, we at the K9 boxing show at Salita Promotions, and we're here with the undisputed champion of the world, two-time gold medalist, Claressa T-Rex Shields. How you doing, champ?
Sure. I'm good. How you?
I'm good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So with the with this coronavirus and this quarantine that got us kind of locked down, or whatever. What are you doing? I see you all over social media.
I am. I was taking the business of a digital real estate class.
Hmm.
I'm in my fourth week of it and learning about social media, how to make money off social media. Been
Hmm.
learning a lot of things, and that's what I've been using to, add to my social media life so I can get
Hmm.
more followers and build my brand. I also built the business where like now I'm a fitness trainer virtually, so I'll train people through the computer or through their phones for an hour. And
Yeah.
I teach them boxing. I teach them how to workouts
Yeah.
to lose weight because I've been as big as 190 and get all the way down to 154. So I know how to lose weight.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one
That's
thing for
right.
sure. So just showing them that abs are made in the kitchen and how much water to drink, how much portions of food to eat a day, and stuff like that. And I have all those classes on www.patreon.com/T-Rex Fitness. So it's been going great, and I've had 23 clients within a week and a half span.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Reading about you, how you were saying you talked to Andre Berto, he gave you some good advice, and you said, you know what, instead of watching this TV all day, I'm gonna go ahead and take up some business classes.
Yep, exactly. He said it was a post he made. He said, if you don't learn a new skill during this coronavirus, then you're never going to learn it. And it's because we have so much free time.
Yes.
Everybody can watch TV. Everybody can, um, catch up on their shows and go to sleep. But he like, if it's something you really been wanting to do and you don't do it at this time when people are off work, most of the businesses are shut down. You can't go to the club. You can't go to your friend's house. If you don't learn whatever it is that you want to learn, you never gonna learn it. So when I seen that, that kind of made me be like, dang, well, that's right. And I've been wanting to learn about business for a long time because I was in college for 6 months back when I was 18, and
Hmm.
I went to Olivet Private College, and I had a 4 year scholarship, a full ride. But I just couldn't do it. Getting ready for my second Olympics and having to train and travel to all these international tournaments, it just wasn't good for my school, and so I had to drop out of school. But that's what I was going to school for, business.
Okay. Okay. So look, being a fighter, what actually made you want to be a fighter? Being a young lady. Young ladies, they say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a teacher, but you said no, I want to knock somebody out. What made you say I want to knock somebody out?
It was more of trying to please my dad. My dad had been in
Okay.
prison from the time I was 2 years old till 9. And I just remember when I met him, he just was, it made me understand myself when I met my
Hmm.
dad. Like my mom
Yeah.
is cool, right? But my
Yeah.
dad, that's where my meanness come from.
Hmm.
That's where my competitive spirit come from. That's where, just my fighting spirit comes from. Like my dad wasn't a legit boxer. He was an underground street fighter. He's known all over Flint and Michigan and even in prison for being like one of their like underground street fighting champions.
Mm.
And when my dad told me that story just about like how much he loved boxing, but he just couldn't, get his life right, and he ended up going to prison. He said if I would have stuck to what I was passionate about, I would never went to prison. And I said, what was that? And he said boxing. So from that day, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna box with my dad to
Hmm.
make him happy. And when
Yes.
I started boxing, I didn't know that I would love boxing or I love fighting. I didn't even know. I just know I walked in the gym and I seen two guys sparring in the ring. And my first thought was, I can do that.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, I was able to do it. And I was like, wow, I freaking love fighting people. It's so crazy.
Yeah, you have an unbelievable, an unbelievable amateur record with 72 wins and only one loss, and you won
77.
77 and one,
Yeah.
and you won two gold medals. How does it feel to win the first one?
The first one was more of a relief.
Okay.
I was on a team with people who was just not even just, it was a different kind of team. There was a lot of egos,
Hmm.
a lot of doubters around. And I don't like that kind of energy. And I
Hmm.
dealt with that kind of energy for a few months, leading up to the Olympics. And I was coming off my first and only loss. So to have people around, some other people on the team was kind of envious, and they didn't believe me. Like they didn't believe in me when I was used to having everybody around who
Hmm.
believe in me, who push
Yeah.
me. So it was a relief for me. Once I won my Olympic gold medal, I was like, finally, I can go home. I can celebrate. I could be around nice, genuine people. And I just really was like, I miss my mom. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, I was like,
Hmm.
I'm tired of this. So it was a relief, but it was just like, let me know. I started boxing at the age of 11. That
Okay.
all my hard work throughout 6 years wasn't a waste. That's one of the best feelings I've had. Like, all the hard work I put in, all the sacrifices, not going to the parties, not drinking, not ever smoking, saving my virginity. Like that
Yes.
to me was like I did all that for a reason.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I won. And the reason I was doing that was because I heard so like people say, oh no, if you have sex and make your legs weak and you get caught up with boys and you may get pregnant. So I was like, all right, sex out the window. Not gonna do that. And I just wanted to live, as holy as possible leading up, to the Olympics, and I did everything right, and then I got my reward. So that was the best feeling for me when I was 17.
Okay. What about the second one? I mean, you waited 4 years and didn't go pro.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like the basketball players. They go the whole 4 years and then they go pro. You did the same thing. Was it because the money wasn't there, or because you wanted to get another gold medal?
It was more of because I knew like I was thinking about it from this aspect. When I won the first Olympic gold medal, people didn't really give me my respect. They
Okay.
kind of was like, oh wow. Like I was coming off my first loss and people were saying, oh, Savannah Marshall supposed to win the Olympic gold medal, like the girl from England, or the Russian supposed to win the gold medal. And everybody kind of counted me out. But I was the favorite going to all my tournaments when I was 17, 16 years old. And I had this one loss and that made everybody turn their back. So
Okay.
when I won the Olympics, people were just finding out about me and just
Yeah.
realizing that women was in the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
And I remember we had got an offer from I think 50 Cent when I was just winning my Olympic gold medal, and it was like 50,000 a turn pro or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like 50,000. I thought I'd be hearing $1 million. I'm an Olympic
Exactly.
champ.
Exactly.
So
Hey.
I was like, yeah, definitely not gonna do that. So I was like, you know what? Since they're not giving me my respect, like I like the endorsements didn't come, sponsorship didn't come, and I thought that when I won the gold, it would all just kind of fall in my lap, and I
Hmm.
was wrong. So um, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go back and show everybody that I can do something that nobody else in America can do. I'm gonna win two
Hmm.
Olympic gold medals.
Yeah.
And so when I did that, the second Olympics, oh man, that was like a party for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, like I still wasn't drinking, and I've never smoked a day in my life, but it was just like everything. I just found myself always celebrating. I
Yeah.
was is I was in camp dancing during practice. I was punching the bag. I was running. It's like I already knew the blueprint to
Yeah.
become an Olympic champ. So it
Hmm.
wasn't it wasn't hard. Then after that, I had got taller. I had got stronger. I had more boxing experience. I had went and won two world championships before the Olympics, which
Yeah.
the world championships can be harder than the Olympics. So when I seen all this and I did all this, I just was like, the Olympics. I already had seen everybody. I had beat everybody. So I knew these girls would come and bring their A game, but they didn't know how ready I was. Like I was
Hmm.
like, to me, the second Olympics, it was like better skilled girls than 2012. But I kind of just walked through everybody. It was a party for me. I remember celebrating like after every win, like one more down, two more. Oh, now we got two down, one more left. And when I won the gold, I just already had it in my mind. Like, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull my first gold medal out of my pocket and put that one on. And then put the new one on. So everybody can know, yeah, that's the girl that won in 2012. Because women's boxing is not like you see it on TV. Like they saw me 2012, and some people didn't even see me again to 2016.
Hmm.
They just remember, it's a black girl that fought in the Olympics from America. Like they're not paying attention to know like your name and where you from and to follow your career throughout that 4 years.
Right. Right. So.
So just throughout all that, I just was like, I gotta let the world know, like, I'm the one who did 2012, and I'm doing it again.
Now, to me, you should be definitely in the top five. I mean, I don't know what other people say, and I'm quite sure all your fans say, okay, you are number one.
Yeah,
So I feel like, being a woman, you don't get the credit you deserve,
yeah,
because I don't know if it's because you're going 2 minute rounds or what, but in my top five, you are definitely in my top five because you are holding it down as a woman. I mean, what other woman is doing things that you're doing right now? I mean, you don't. How many weight divisions did you win belts? And the
3. I
fastest.
got 9. I got 9 world titles and a 3 division world title faster than any other boxer in history. And you know what? I just say, if people really like, let's say, erase my gender,
Yeah.
and they actually put me on their television and they watch me fight, they would also put me in a top 10 pound for pound as far as in overall, during this era, because I got great boxing skills. But I think people see, I don't know, the breast and the butt, and they automatically think, oh, she's supposed to be, having babies, and she's so fragile, she's a woman, and that's what they think. But it's like, nah, I'm an athlete, like,
Hmm.
I'm a woman first, yes, but extremely um I'm an extreme athlete, and I don't get the credit I deserve because I think I'm a woman, and people kind of have like their whole little stigma of, oh, boxing is a man's sport. That's one of the first things my dad said to me when I told him to sign me up.
Hmm.
Boxing is a man's sport, and he the one who motivated me to box, which was like, what? So I think we are getting more and more out of that mindset,
Hmm.
but nobody really looked at women fighters as being true athletes
Yes.
until we were added to the Olympics. When we're added to the Olympics, then they were like, whoa, these women can actually, like, we're freak of natures. We can train. Girls can have babies and come back and become world champions, raise a family. Like, they were seeing that we still keep our feminine parts of us, but we can fight. And I think it was kind of like it's a clash for some people to think about. That's what I think.
Now, when you turn pro, I'm quite sure, like you say, 50 Cent was knocking at your door. A lot of promoters were knocking at your door. What made you decide to sign with Salita Promotions?
Well, it's so crazy. So, Dennis Turner used to work with Salita Promotions, and I knew
Okay.
him back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
mean, back when I was like a kid, like 12 years old.
Hmm.
So I remember, I grew up in a north side of Flint. It's not a lot of white people. I'm just gonna keep it real. It's not.
Okay. Okay. Right.
And Dennis trained at our gym for, I mean, a year, 2 years.
Okay.
And I remember, just he always be like, "Hey, Res, how you doing? Proud of you. Keep it up, kiddo." And I just remember, like, why is white dude always talking to me?
All right. All
This
right.
is how
Yeah.
I was thinking. But over the years, he became like a very close friend of mine.
Okay.
And I just remember he reached out to me. It
Yeah.
wasn't even Dimitri. He reached out to me, and he was talking to me about, hey, Dimitri Salita. He loves science promotion. He's a good guy. He got good character. He fought before, and that's what rung a bell to me. A
Okay.
promoter that's been inside the ring before.
Exactly.
And I was like, okay. So then I end up meeting up with Dimitri and just talking to him and feeling his vibe out, and just trying to. I can. I have a good sense of people.
Hmm.
If
Yeah.
they're genuine, if they're evil minded, they have a secret agenda. I can sense all that.
Right. I got
So
you. I
I'd be
got you.
able to avoid certain stuff all the time, and I'd be like, oh my God, thank you Jesus, because it's like I have a good sense of discernment. So I was talking to Dimitri, and we was talking, and he told me he was Jewish,
Hmm.
and I was like, oh, I'm a Christian. He was like,
Amen.
yeah, we believe in Jesus too and stuff. And he just was like, he's a messenger. He was going back and forth, and the fact that me and him could talk about our different religions without clashing, I
Hmm.
said, this is a pretty decent dude. And then I talked to him about his boxing, and then I said, so I want to become a world champ within 7 fights. I said, what you think about that? He said, I think you can do it. I said, what you mean?
Absolutely.
I just want to see, like, what. He's like, Claressa, I watched you box. You are a phenomenal fighter. He
Yeah.
said, you can beat all those girls. And then I was like, so you telling me you can make sure I have Christina Hammer be my 7th fight? Because that's what I wanted.
Hmm.
my seventh fight to be against Christina Hammer. He
Yeah.
said, he said, it may not be your seventh, but I can make it close.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he told me. And then from there, I seen like whatever he said, he delivered. Paid for my meal prep when I was in camp. He came down to camp to watch me train a full day. I trained
Okay.
3 hours my session.
Yeah.
3 hours. He stayed
Mm-hmm.
down to 3 hours. I sparred three different guys during this session. Ended up getting
Uh-huh.
like a little bubble on my eye or something.
Uh-huh.
Then the next day, he came down that one day, spent 3 hours. The next day, he came again. Shut the door. So next day, he came again, and I was back doing the same thing I did the day before. So he knew
Uh-huh.
like, oh, she not just showing out for us. I'm like, this is how I train.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when he seen that, he was like, he just was something in him. I could just see it. He just was like, he's looking at something he never seen before.
Yeah.
And I just knew I was dealing with a good person.
Yeah.
And that's what made me sign with Salita Promotions. Like he been in the ring before, he understand the struggle. And he know what I'm fighting for. He understands. So to see that we was on the same page about that, it's like everything worked out together perfectly.
Okay. I only got a few more questions for you because I know
Oh,
you're
take your
kind of
time. You're all
busy.
right. No, they just walked in here because they like, where's she
Okay.
at? It's all good.
Okay. Now, you know I pay attention. I pay attention to, word on the streets. So Laila Ali, what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What happened as far as the beef with, you and Laila Ali?
It started with her being a hater. That's what it started
Okay.
with. You
Okay.
don't really, I've never used her name to build my own self up, build my career. It's always been Claressa T-Rex Shields the GWOAT. I've never tried to use her name like, oh, I'm better than Laila Ali.
Mm-hmm.
I never like, oh, I kick her ass. I was never like that. I've always
Mm-hmm.
shown my respect and, told her, and everybody else, she helped pave the way. And, just kind of giving props because she was kind of supportive of me. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
and she was supportive of me. I give about 10%. But I accepted that from her.
Yeah.
And then she won a Breakfast Club and was saying like I'll come out of retirement and if the money is there, I'll be any girl. But just said like ain't no girl good enough to come back to make her come out of retirement and give her a challenge. And when I heard that, I said, what?
Right. Right.
Crazy. I was like, I can't believe it. And I just was like, dang, like it's like a two-sided sword. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
up on one side of the sword, you support me, and on the other side, you disrespecting me.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, I don't know if it's one, like I said, my sense of discernment already
Yeah.
told me from when I first met her when I was 17 that she's a little envious of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because of the Olympic gold medal or because one day like we'd be compared to each other, but she was a little envious. And
Okay.
even when she commentated for the 2012 Olympics, she said, if the Olympics would have been around up in my time, I would have won an Olympic gold medal. Easy. She said that up on camera.
Oh, while you was
So
fighting, so she talking about when you was fighting too at the same time, she would have beat you basically.
2012.
Oh
And she's
wow.
like, if the Olympics would have been around when I was coming up, I would have won Olympic gold. And I just was like, why she make it seem like, like, oh, it's just so easy
Yeah.
when it's not. But I let that go. You understand? And I continue being friends with her. I text her. Her name in my phone was Big Sis Layla. I tell her when
Okay.
I'm fighting. After I won my world title, when I had fought against, I believe, Nikki Adler,
Yeah.
I never heard from her again. She never responded back to a text. She never responded back to my messages on, I believe, Twitter. Nothing.
Oh, you would text her and she wouldn't respond back?
After I won my world title, she never responded.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
And
Well,
so
hey,
I just
it's
was like, I didn't really know what was going on until she went to the Breakfast Club. And
yeah.
then I just heard after that she was saying little stuff. And it was like, I had to ask myself, like, do you respond or do you not respond? Because it's like, it's another two-edged sword where it's like, if you respond, you disrespecting the pioneer. But if you don't respond, you bowing down to the pioneer. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you up there, because anybody else say anything, I'm gonna
Yeah.
respond and say because I kick your ass and I get to hitting them with facts. But it's
Yeah.
like with her, it was like, dang, do I just leave it be
Yeah.
or do I respond? And it was like, you the fucking GWOAT. You
Yeah.
gotta respond. So when
Exactly.
I responded to let her know, like, I ain't like what you said. I took
Yeah.
it as disrespect. But to let you know, if you was to come out of retirement, it would not be an easy go with me. You would not beat me. And that's
Yeah.
how I really feel. Like skill wise, I'm light years ahead of her.
Hmm.
She lucky I wasn't around coming up in her time, because I would have been a one to whoop her.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so it's more of like she needs to be thankful for that. But the fact that she's been so disrespectful toward me, it's like it's still right now.
Yeah.
If the fight happens, it's a two-edged sword because when I whoop her ass, they're gonna say, "Oh, she's 43 years old. She old."
Yeah.
But that's the only way I can see it. When I win, that's what they're gonna say. So it's like
Yeah.
I win, but I'm losing.
Hmm.
You know
I
what I mean?
got
So
you. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
really don't matter to me. If she come out of retirement and we fight, I'm gonna treat her like I treat everybody else.
Hmm.
Dog walk them. Everybody.
Well, I
Everybody gonna
know.
get the smoke.
I know she been training. I've been watching her. She been training a little bit. So at 15 million, what 10 million for the winner, 5 for the loser?
I had said I said it at the beginning because that's what I was like. I need some kind of incentive. I don't want
Okay.
to get the same as the loser because she wanted 5 million just to step in the ring.
Okay.
That kind of money has never been made in women's boxing
No.
for even one person to get 5 million. You know, so
Hmm.
I'm just like, a lot of people on the business people are like, they don't know if that's even possible. It was a man who was willing to put the 15 million up, but after he did his research on her, not me, on her, she did 100,000 buys with her and Jackie Frazier.
Yeah.
So that's the only pay-per-view numbers he going off of. He's like, in order for him to get his money back, we would have to, or to make money, he said we had to
Mm.
get 500,000 pay-per-views
Okay.
buys. And he just was like, he don't know my pay-per-view numbers because I never fought on pay-per-view.
I got
And
you.
she only made 100,000 pay-per-view buys. So he was just like, he don't have the right kind of math. You know, he just
Yeah.
like, I just don't understand that. Like, he like, if I'm going
Yeah.
to put 15 million up, I want to make sure it does this and that. And I'm still building my brand up, and her brand wasn't big enough back then to do over 100,000 buys.
I get it.
So now I'm like, look, at this point, somebody just give her 5 million. Just go ahead, just give it to her.
Hmm.
Then after that, me and her can discuss the rest.
Yeah.
But go ahead and give her money so we can see is she really about what she's talking about.
Yeah.
You ain't even got to
Yeah.
pay me yet. Go ahead and give her 5 million, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
still show up.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my
So
money because the money comes, I believe, after dethroning her. I believe when I dethrone her, people gonna say, "Oh, this is why we pay Claressa Shields this much money."
right. Right. Now, so listen, it's some other stuff on the table too, though. There was the Dana White. The Dana White is that really real with Amanda Nunes? Or you get in the cage and a boxing ring to take her
Yeah,
on?
yeah. I think it's real as far as in me going to MMA. As far as in her coming to boxing, I think she's scared as hell. I'm just gonna keep it honest.
Okay.
And she got all rights to be,
Yeah.
but not saying that I'm not scared to get in the MMA ring, but I'm willing to train and learn that stuff to
Hmm.
give her a great fight.
Yeah.
And any fight that I'm in, I go on to win.
Yeah.
Period. So I'm definitely I was starting my training, but then the coronavirus stuff started kind of putting me on the back leg. So I'm gonna have to wait. But I believe after my fight with Marie Eve Decarie, I
Absolutely.
believe I wanna fight the winner out of Hannah Gabriels and Raquel Miller.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm gonna focus on my MMA career.
Yes, yes, yes. I take my hat off to you too for that, cause get in that
It
cage. That's a bad boy. I'm tapping out
is.
quick. If they give you on the floor, it's over. I'm done. But standing
And
on my
that's the
feet,
thing though. That's what I'm training for. Like I
yeah,
know I can box in my sleep, as you
exactly,
can. Somebody
exactly,
somebody can bust in my house. I could be butt naked, and I jump up and know exactly how to stand and how to fight and everything, and get the job done.
absolutely.
So
But
it's more of like if I can't do that in MMA, that's a
yeah,
problem. I don't
yeah,
want to go in there giving nobody an advantage over me. Like, oh, I don't know how to wrestle. I don't know how to get out of this position. I don't know how to get off my back. I don't know how to submit somebody. I want to know all that stuff
yeah,
before I get in there so I can know, yeah, she's more experienced than me, but at least I know how to do this stuff where I'm not
yeah.
like completely blind.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now today is May the 9th, and we
Yeah,
don't supposed to be
man.
doing this interview. You supposed to be in the ring. I'm supposed to be there front row or watching on
Yeah.
Showtime. How do you feel that the fight actually didn't happen? Because not only you don't have a chance to be another world champion, That'll be what your 10,000th belt and another belt and money. You know, this we're talking about a bigger person. Seems like every time you fight, your purse get bigger too.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
The world is going through a pandemic, and I
absolutely.
already seen it coming.
Hmm.
That they would, that they were rescheduled to fight. But
Yeah,
I was more than ready to get in the ring and challenge Marie Eve Decarie. She's 17-0,
absolutely.
from I think Quebec, Canada. Just a really good fighter from what I've seen. She's southpaw. She's my first southpaw that I fought against since I've been pro.
Yeah,
So I was looking forward to that challenge and showing how crafty I could be against a southpaw, and just doing better than I did my last fight. Even though my last fight was a shutout, and I
hmm,
beat Ivana ass down easy. Wasn't even a contest. I don't even know why
easy
she
work.
showed up.
That's right.
Ivana shouldn't even showed up. She had to
Right.
weigh in eating ice cream just to get her ass whipped. Stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Marie Eve Decarie is like she's either number one or number two at 154. She got the IBF belt, and that's what I was like. You know what? I want to make my claims here at 154 in my third division, and then
Yeah.
once I become undisputed at 154, I don't want to leave my fans without the Hannah Gabriel's rematch.
Yeah.
Um, I, I don't think it was my toughest fight, but
Okay.
everybody else think that. I think my
Yeah.
toughest fight was with French Chang. But I
Okay.
guess since more people seen the fight with me, and with over 500,000 people seen the fight with me and Hannah Gabriel, they think that our fight was the toughest because she knocked me down first round. But
Yeah.
she took an ass whooping too,
Uh-huh.
But overall, I would love to fight her again, and prove that not even about the knockdown, but more of just show her that yeah, I guess you kind of got lucky with the knockdown because once I school her at 154, she's not going to even be able to piece it together on how she even did at 160 because I'm a fight way better even though I'm coming down in weight. But um, all in all, I look forward to fighting Marie Eve Decarie. I think she's a good fighter.
Uh-huh.
I will give you my analysis of her. How I feel about how she boxes, blah blah blah. But um, I'm not gonna do that because she probably watching this and then she got time to work on it at the gym. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm gonna let her, box however she box and whatever her mistakes is her mistakes. But um, I look forward to challenging her, and the fight was gonna be in Flint, so I was, so excited. I just really
Yes.
want to give my hometown a fight. I've always fought in Detroit.
Yes.
I fought in New York. I fought in Vegas. I fought in
Hmm.
LA. I need that Flint fight right now while the pan is hot.
Yes.
I want people in Flint, especially like the youth, to know, yeah, we come from Flint, but we are very, very strong people and we can become successful. And I'm one of those people who have proven that. I just want them to see me fight in person so they can believe it.
What
Believe it. Yeah.
Let me ask you one other question and then get everybody your social media and all that. I'm quite sure it's gonna be a lot of views. And one thing I like about you too, and that's really good about you is like they can say what they want to say, but when I go to Salita Promotions and look at your numbers as far as your views, you get 1 million views like off the rip.
Yep.
Now let me ask you. So, if it was a fight between two people, which one would you want to take? Cecilia Brækhus and Savannah Marshall, and
What
tell
do
me
you
the reason
mean?
why. I mean, like them are two. Like Cecilia Brækhus. I mean, be honest with you, I think she's ducking.
Yeah.
Savannah Marshall is a female that you had lost to in the amateurs,
Yeah.
who is not really ready for you as a pro, to be honest.
Yep.
But if they both wanted you right now, say we want you right now, which fight would you take?
It's really a hard choice. I really had to take. I take both of y'all motherfuckers same night. It don't matter to me.
Absolutely.
No, but honestly, I would. I definitely, you know, when I watched my documentary T Rex,
Hmm.
and I watched because they showed the part when I lost,
Yeah.
and for 2 or 3 years after I lost, when I would watch the documentary, because I would go to little shows and had the kids watching, and
Yeah.
it's like it's a documentary of how I became Olympic champ.
Mm.
And every time when I seen a losing part, I would cry.
Yeah.
Three,
Wow.
4 years later.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it happened when I was 17 and I'm 25 now. And I
Yeah.
think till I turned about 22, 21, I cried every time I seen it.
Yeah.
Every time I
Yeah.
used to have to get up and run out the auditorium and, walk or like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. I knew which part was coming up. And I could not watch it because I would
Wow.
start crying.
All
Like,
right.
and I'd be
Yeah.
like, and my best friend one time, she was like, why are you crying? I'm like, I'm just so sad. I
Yeah.
lost. And she was
All
like,
right.
girl, you got the Olympic gold medal. I'm like, I know, but it still hurt. So
Yeah. You don't know how to lose. That's why you never
I
lost. I
don't.
mean.
I am not a good loser. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm not.
Right. Right.
It don't matter
Well.
what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Basketball,
Yeah.
uh, playing cards. I am not a good loser. Monopoly. I'm not. I'm just not a good loser at things. So I would love to just get my revenge against
Hmm.
Savannah Marshall, and then I love to fight Cecilia Bacchus too because look, I know she's ducking me. Right? I
Yeah.
know she's a little intimidated. I get it.
Absolutely.
I get it, but you can't run around saying you pound for pound number one female best because you was undisputed.
Hmm.
And then when I become undisputed, you try to say, oh, I'm second place to you because I became undisputed after you. When it's like,
Hmm.
when you really learn your history about women's boxing,
Yes.
Cecilia would have my respect if she would have fought Layla McCarter.
Okay.
A mandatory for 4 years for your IBF title. And you found a way to duck her.
Hmm.
So then you like, oh, dang, she ducked Layla McCarter. So you dig deeper and you like, who else did she duck? It's a lot of fighters.
Hmm.
And to see that you only fought in America twice,
Okay.
and one time against an American,
Yeah.
shows that you knew better, that you picked. And now that she's pro, and now she with Eddie Hearn, you see her doing it again, picking who she want to fight. Oh,
Hmm.
if it's out of Claressa Shields and Katie Taylor, I want to fight Katie.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's out of Amanda Serrano and Chris, I want to fight Amanda. These girls
Mhm.
are 135, 140.
Exactly.
When I'm coming down from 168,
Yeah.
I'm damn near cutting off an ass cheek to get to 154.
I
And
hear you.
then
Yeah.
and it's like you was talking about I was too big and I was this and I was that. Now I get to 154 and you still got excuses. So now you
Exactly.
can maybe have to come hunt you down now. I'm
Right.
finna come to now I gotta come to 147 and really
Wow.
show you what's up.
Yeah. Why not go to 154? Y'all can meet up at 154. I mean 151.
She terrified. That's why.
You're gonna
She
force
she
her to
tell
fight you
people
then.
behind closed doors, she's
Yeah.
told Tom Lofter, "Oh, Clarissa's she's too big. I'm not
Okay.
even really I'm only 147 out of camp, and she's 170, and
Okay.
she's taller than me, and she's up on TV. I look super muscular, but I'm not. I'm really actually skinny. My legs are big, but these girls think that I'm super buff when I'm not. So
Okay.
it just was like, and then I look at it again like, I fight against Hannah Gabriels who 18-1-1, my sixth fight. And you and Cecilia never even had a conversation about fighting each other? And you at
Hmm.
154 and she at 147?
Yeah.
It's a lot of ducking going on. And it ain't by me.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, champ, go ahead and tell them, any final thoughts, social media, and when you're gonna be on the Titans and all that good stuff.
So I'm supposed to be on the Titan games
Mhm.
May 25th, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys tune in. Um, yeah, tune in. It was a heck of a show. I went through the course of Mount Olympus,
Okay.
and some people can't even make it through there. And I made it through there, and it was a great show. I met The
Mhm.
Rock. He hosts the show, and
Absolutely.
The Rock personally chose me to be on the show once again. And everybody can follow me. One, subscribe to my YouTube channel,
Mhm.
Claressa Shields Quote channel.
Mhm.
Also, if you like to be a one-on-one, um, if you want to do a one-on-one virtual training class with me, go to www.patreon.com/T-Rex Fitness. Patreon, Patreon.com, T-Rex Fitness. And then follow me on my social media at Claressa Shields, ClaressaShields. That's it.
Well, thank you, champ. Look forward to talking to you again, and I'll be following you in what you do.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
All
Cheers.
right. Bye,
Okay.
K9. Talking about some cheers. You so funny.
UK. That's right. You should know about that.
Sweet Caroline. Oh, oh, oh. I want to come out to that. Am I not in front of UK?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, then, champ. Enjoy your evening.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Bye
Bye.
bye.